it's rumored that Gennady Golovkin and Daniel Jacobs' numbers were between 130 and 150K pay-per-view buys. And then you had an interview in the LA Times, I believe, that Oscar De La Hoya said that after that performance versus Danny Jacobs, basically the chances of Triple G and Canelo fighting have decreased, and I'm pretty sure the offer has decreased as well. This your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic, and you would think that Canelo would want to go after Triple G after that performance, and really make the fight. I guess they might be waiting for those official numbers to come out, and nobody expected this pay-per-view to light the world on fire. And I was always wondering why that fight was pay-per-view, and they really trying to force feed, Triple G down the public's throat, just because he does big numbers on HBO Boxing After Dark or HBO Championship Fight Boxing, really doesn't mean people are gonna go out there and pay for his fights. He's not that type of star, And with Canelo thing, if him and Chavez Jr. flops, then I think it's more pressure on him to deliver that Triple G fight. It's more pressure on Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy, Eric Gomez to deliver that Triple G fight. And he said that he still instructed Eric Gomez, the president and former matchmaking, I guess he's still doing that as well, to still negotiate with Tom Loeffler and K2 and Gennady Golovkin to make that fight happen. For that price to drop, if it was 15 million or 10 or 12 million, is it fair to drop your offer because basically his pay-per-view flop? Well, you knew that he wasn't going to set the world on fire. You tried to let him know that you're the B-side in this situation, and you take what we give you. And that's what a flat fee or whatever it was, 10, 12, 15 million dollars. You take that money and we'll fight you. But this is our offer right now. And it can change if you don't take it right now. And he had a subpar Triple G performance by his standards. And another flop at the pay-per-view box office. By Canelo standards, by the boxing world standards. So it's business as usual. It's a business thing, supply and demand. If you ain't in demand, then my supply is gonna drop, And I feel Oscar on that. It's fair. It's just business. You gave him a fair offer, which y'all thought was fair. He didn't think it was fair. He thought it was worth more than what Golden Boy thought he was worth. K2 thought he was the platinum standard. And he showed to be not even the bronze standard at the box office. So naturally, your offer drops. Now it's going to continue to drop if he continues to flop. And can I blame Canelo on Oscar? Absolutely not. But if Canelo flops at the box office, major, then it's more pressure on them to get a fight that's really going to produce a profit and not flop. And he has to take on a stronger opponent. And he gets no more popular at middleweight than Chavez Jr. or super middleweight, whatever they're fighting at. So, other than Triple G, as far as fights that people want to see. People want to see him and Chavez Jr. for years, specifically in Mexico and the Mexican Americans. Now you're getting it. But if that flops, then Triple G says, he's back. Then your supply and demand, your supply drops, your demand drops. And he's back at the table telling you that give me what I'm worth. But at the end of the day, I always said this. Canelo's 26 years old. Golovkin turns 35 in April. He's the one that's losing out. Because the more this stretches out, the more farther and further away he gets from his prime in Gennady Golovkin. It's just the truth. And he's walking right into Canelo's trap. You look vulnerable versus a couple fights, and he's looking vulnerable versus a couple fights. However you want to look at the Kell Brick fight or the Danny Jacobs fight, wasn't Triple G's performances. And if he continues to look vulnerable and look old and slow, Canelo's going to take advantage of that, and he's going to reap the benefits of he be a top form Triple G, especially if he doesn't lose. And he's going to reap all the benefits, and Triple G is going to ride off in the sunset as what could have been if I took this fight earlier. You know? So, he's taking the bait, Oscar De La Hoya, letting him stretch out, letting him get old. You know, something that boxers have done in the past. Wait till he looks vulnerable. Wait till he takes some shots. He doesn't have the best defense, so he's going to eat some shots. And like I tell you, each boxer has a punch count. And if you're the boxer that hits the lucky punch, hit the lottery, then you're reaping all the benefits. And is it fair for them to lower this offer? I said it again, yes. But if they don't do what they're supposed to do versus Chavez Jr. and market and promote that fight, and that fight doesn't do well at the box office, then, you know, Golovkin gains some ground. Because they need him more than they need anybody else. Because there's nobody in the middleweight division that people want to see him fight other than Billy Joe Saunders to get a belt. But Golovkin is already engaged in offers with him and already have a side agreement. So what can you do? So where he goes from there, he can't go down. He damn sure ain't gonna go up in Canelo Alvarez. So, you know, Triple G just gotta let the ball play out. You know, fight Billy Joe Saunders in June. See how this Canelo Chavez Jr. thing plays out, and you know, make your move for that September date. I think if he don't fight him in September, I think next year might be too late. He wants to fight 3 times this year. He won't get the fight until Cinco de Mayo, May at the earliest. I think he's just going to continue to get old. He'll be 36 by the end. So he's playing right into Canelo's and Oscar's hands. And Oscar's an integral part in this. He's a good businessman, but you know what it is. This your boy.